Okay, I'm on the 5th floor of the Hall of Justice. Going to the Chief of Police to follow up, like I said, on getting my video cameras. Hello? Can I speak to somebody in regard to picking up my video cameras? Thank you. So, as you can tell, how many times does a person in all rational thought have to come to the Chief of Police, to continue to follow up like I've gone to OCC, like I've gone to all the agencies that are supposed to be there for you that, of course, don't perform.
Yes, Mr. Garza.
Yes, Mr.
Yamaguchi, Sergeant Yamaguchi.
Yes.
He's not in today.
Isn't that just
How
my
can I help
wonderful
you?
luck?
How can
Amazing, isn't it?
Did you have an appointment with him?
No, I didn't have an appointment with him, but to be totally honest,
Okay.
I came in on the 10th and I'd requested his assistance for several matters, and one of them being in retrieving my illegally confiscated
All right,
cameras.
and he was helping you with that, right?
That is correct. And now it's 9 days later, and I'd asked, to be contacted so I could, come in and get my cameras
Right.
and everything else. So, now that it's been 9 days, are my cameras available for me to pick up?
I don't know. I wasn't working on any of that. I
Can you
call
check?
Sergeant Yamaguchi.
Would you please?
Did he direct you someplace?
Well, no, I was going to handle it through him, and he was going to be graded by me on his performance as to whether or not it was actually helpful, whether it was delaying, whether it was, in all
Right,
good
but-
faith. Excuse me, let me
Right.
finish. In all good faith, for what is promised through the propaganda: respect, compassion, honesty. It's 9 days. I'm following up.
Right. He did spend a lot of time with you that day. So what was the result of that? I don't
The
know.
result has been left to be graded, and apparently at this point, it's going to be
I'm
it's going to be an
asking
F.
Mr. Garza.
I'm being honest with you, madam.
Right. Did he give you
There
a
were no
referral or
results.
who to talk
There
to?
were no results. We're proceeding as we had planned. He was going to get the cameras, and then we were going to follow up and continue. So, it's now been 9 days. I'm sure it's my fault. Horrible, to be honest. Horrible, to be honest. I know it didn't matter. Isn't it wonderful? So, unfortunately, me having to follow up 9 days later with my LGBT liaison, in retrieving my cameras, just one step in, making me feel trust and, the fact that they're looking out for me and trying to be helpful. If I had to grade this helpfulness at this point, I would definitely have to give it an F. Well, Mr. Monroe, how am I? You mean after the way I've been mishandled and everything by the police commission, and having watched your beautiful performance at the Ministry of Sunshine and everything, and not been held accountable? How am I? Oh, what a self-serving question.
I wasn't held accountable?
No, didn't you tell a porky pie about, Mr. Hart's looking directly, at the people? Wasn't that your allegation?
Well, no.
It wasn't? Oh, so it's not on video or my video. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you once again for showing just how much truth doesn't matter here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Along with truth that doesn't matter here, neither does honesty, neither does compassion, and neither does humanity. And mind you, the chief of police, the police commission, everything else. What a beautiful, wonderful, marvelous, dysfunctional, unaccountable concept. Spread the illusion. Harm the people. Unfortunately, I will continue to ask all the right questions. Well, what would the odds be that I would walk in on a day that he's not here? It just seems like I can't get help. Nothing but bad help, unaccountable help, everything else that goes along with a corrupt, rigged system. It's very reminiscent of totalitarianism and fascism, but, that's for you guys to decide. It's here on YouTube.
Can I help you with something?
Oh, please. I'm still waiting for you to help me with something. Thank you for the spin. Enjoy your day. Have a nice day. God bless. Yes, I am all right. The question is anything else all right? La-dee-da.
Have a nice day, Mr. Dodd.
I'm sure you don't mean it. Thank you, though. Yes. Now, you must realize, up until this point, I still have not been contacted by the LGBT gay liaison at Mission Station, Northern Station, nor any of the captains. However, if I go by those stations, I can pretty much assure you that the propaganda will still be in the window. After being oppressed and dispossessed and everything for being gay, and being part of that minority, just like being, Indian or Hispanic or black or any of the other minorities in this country and being oppressed and scapegoated, it's really dreadful that in San Francisco, the Mecca, 2014, gay people are still getting played with meaningless words, propaganda, and it's actually more harmful because, they begin to believe in false hope that there'll be something there that's actually not. This has been my bone of contention about the banality of evil and how nothing is accountable or works or is humane, in a system deliberately flow-charted into oblivion to not be accountable. And, if they break the law, it's just a mistake. If you break the law, it's jail time, it's harassment, it's bullying, it's intimidation. Oh, I'm sorry, that happens when you don't even break the law, as in my case. Yes, go to myownprivateguantanamo.com, see the signed settlement agreement, see the harm and the damages in being left for dead. And mind you, that settlement agreement for, denial of emergency services was signed in 2007 after they had my case illegally thrown out of federal court with testifying and fraud. So, you have to learn not only the games, you almost have to revel in their inhumanity and expect the worst so that you can get it, because apparently that seems to be the only way they operate. Oh, lovely.
Your property release form is down in the property room. You can go see Sergeant Doss and he'll take care of it.
Okay, down in the property room. First of all, I don't know where that is.
It's in the basement.
So this
Take the elevator
down to the basement. And what, you know the room number?
It's the only one down there.
Okay,
It
and
says
it's
property control.
and it's whom?
Sergeant Doss.
Sergeant Doss. So they'll release my cameras to me.
They should, yeah.
They should or they will?
We forwarded the information from the sheriff's office to the lieutenant there yesterday. The lieutenant stepped out of the office right now, but go down there. If they have a problem with it, they can call me up.
Okay, can you write that name down so that I can show it in your name so that they'll know who to call? Now, mind you, I think she said the paperwork got there yesterday. 9 days later. This still doesn't, omit the fact that, like I said, my cameras might even be broken, the film might be missing, might have been deleted. We have no idea. Okay, so down to the basement, Sergeant Doss, and if he's not there, put your name there so that I'll know who to tell him to call up here. And please tell Sergeant Yamaguchi that this is not at all indicative of how I want our future to go as our
Okay.
LGBT liaison.
All right.
9 days later is not helpful.
Okay.
So, his grade that he asked me, to give him a chance and to see how helpful he would
Okay.
be, is going to be an F.
Okay,
So
you
I
have
want
the
to
information.
excuse me, I want him to follow up with me on the LGBT gay stuff still. I'm not letting it off the hook.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes. So let me turn this off and go down there. Now, should I have hope for the LGBT help? It's been 9 days. I'm the one that's following up on the video cameras, and I'm still the one that's having to chase things down. Okay. Just for your information, edification, and illumination. Knowledge is power, and incorrect knowledge is power that they use against you, giving you incorrect leads, dead ends, yada, yada, yada. So here we go, down to the basement to get my cameras, and let's hope, for the best case scenario, but let's be prepared for the worst, because as you can tell, that's all you get at the hands of the city and county of San Francisco. Once again, it is not I who am in the failure, and it's so obvious, The really harmful part is the LGBT propaganda at the sheriff's department, but how can that be any more painful than the sheriff being the lapdog for DPH and not protecting my legal and medical rights? It's really, about as evil as each other. So live, learn, and despair.